Today we're going to be doing a fishing speed run. I'm fishing at Lake Tahoe in Southeast Texas. Let's take a look at the lake. The rules to the challenge today: I have a mystery tackle box, and my goal is to catch a fish on each of the baits in the box as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to start a timer on my phone. The timer will start at the first cast and will go until I catch the last fish. My goal is to do this monthly and improve on my time. I'm fishing at this lake in particular because I know there are a lot of fish in here. So let's go take a look at this mystery tackle box. This is box number 339. Okay, so the first thing right off the bat in this box is a Googan Squad Banger, which is a chartreuse square bill with a black back. Take some of this paperwork out of here. Okay, the next thing I have is 3/0 EWG hooks. The third thing in the box is a spinner bait in a chartreuse color with a silver and a gold blade. The fourth thing I pulled out of this box is a Big Bites baits. It looks like a Pro Series. Okay, so the name of the bait isn't on here, but it looks like a creature bait. We can take it out of the box and take a look. So it's a little small black creature bait. So Big Bites baits Pro Series. That's a mouthful right there. The last thing in the box is a 10,000 fish Yodo worm. We could take one of these out here too. Okay, so there's a Yodo worm right there. Definitely gives me like JDM vibes for sure. So I'm gonna get these rigged up, and then again, we're gonna start the timer when the first bait gets casted out. To speed up the challenge here, I'm gonna actually throw 2 rods. This rod, I'm gonna put the swimming baits on. It's a fiberglass rod. That'll help with the moving baits right there. The next rod is my heavy action rod, and I'm gonna put the Texas rigs on those. So let's get rigged up and then take our first cast. Okay guys, I'm starting the stopwatch right now. There's been a slight change of plans to the rigging strategy. On the white rod, I have a drop shot with that little, that bug looking worm thing. And then on this rod, I have the creature bait on a Texas rig. So I'm gonna throw this around. My goal is to knock off the plastics first, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch fish on the moving baits while it's still hot. It is the evening, so the fishing should get better the later in the day it gets. So let's see if I can get a bass on this drop shot, and then we'll keep rotating through the baits. Sometimes they hug to these laydowns over here. So I'm hoping that's the case. The water being so clear, I am pretty confident in the drop shot working. It's a very subtle presentation that typically catches bass in clear water scenarios. Not really a Texas strategy. You know, I don't really see a lot of guys throwing this in Texas. I don't think they know about it, and then also I don't think it's like as effective in like dirty water. Where I'm from in the Northeast, the water is just way cleaner than it is here. So it's pretty similar to fishing a Texas rig, except you want to be more mellow with your with the action. So you just cast it out, let it sink all the way down to the bottom, and then once it hits the bottom, you just kind of jig it back, and the weight being below it gives it like a special action that a lot of fish don't really see. The nice thing about the drop shot too is that you could fish it vertically, so you could target specific spots and let the bait hang out in that spot. So a lot of times if you're fishing like a piling or a stick that's sitting in the water, this is a good tactic. It's like right here, there's a stick in the water, so I'm gonna drop it and let it sink all the way to the bottom, and then just hold it by that stick. It being so hot today, the bass really don't want to move that far for their baits. Let's go up towards the north a little more and keep fishing. It's only been about 5 minutes into this challenge. Cast it far out into the middle. This is obviously an unideal setup for the drop shot. I have 14-pound fluoro on, and then, you know, being a bait caster, it's not as easy to cast out. But I will give a shout out to this Lew's reel, you know, being able to cast out such a light bait. Okay, I'm gonna cast it into this laydown. Let it sink all the way down to the bottom and then start fishing again. Oh, I think that might have been a fish. No, it wasn't. Okay, this culvert was a spot last time that held a lot of fish. So I think I might have a good luck here. It's really deep right here, and the water comes straight out of the spring, so maybe there's a lot of bass sitting here. There he is. No! Fuck! Didn't even get a hook set on him. How the hell? Okay, I gotta get it back in there, boys. I don't know how I had a fish on there. That was the strangest thing. Okay, back in the same exact spot. Maybe there's another bass in there. There he is. Yep. What the hell? What the hell? I'm not getting a hook set. Why is it not setting the hook? Oh my God, that was a big fish too. Okay guys, I just got finished up fishing this culvert spot right there. So I'm 41 minutes in. I'm gonna keep going back to where I came from and fish the dam now that the activity has calmed down a little bit. But I just had 2 fish there, so it's a good sign. So wish me luck, guys, and I think I have good odds to complete this challenge. The cooler it gets and the later it gets in the day, the better the fishing's gonna get. So stay tuned, guys. Okay. Let's cast by this dock. Now that this bank is starting to get shaded, I feel like there might be some bass in it. Black and blue is like perfect for the shade too. These are not the right baits for today. I'll tell you that. Yep. Stay hooked. Stay hooked. Come on. Come on, stay hooked. Come on. Get up. Get up. Woohoo! Let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's go. All right, guys. First fish of the challenge. Caught him on the creature bait. Let's see what time it is. Okay, we're an hour into the challenge. Caught the first bass of the day. Let's go. All right, let's release him. Man, does that feel good to catch that first bass? So I got the creature bait knocked off today, And I'm gonna see if I can catch one on that weird looking JDM worm, and we'll keep fishing, man. I think we're gonna finish it up. That's a good sign though. We get the first bait out. I might put that worm on the Texas rig and the drop shot because I have multiple of them, and fish it because that's gonna be the hardest bait of the day. So stay tuned, guys. Let's finish off this challenge. I'm gonna tie on the crankbait on the other rod because I think it's starting to get about moving bait time. So we'll look at that. Not sure how I feel about these conditions for a square bill. Can't be worse than what I've been dealing with so far. So my strategy has changed a little bit. I'll show you guys. So given that I can use that worm as a trailer on the spinnerbait, I'm gonna throw the square bill around for a little and see if I can get any bites on that, because I think I can save both of those and pair them up and catch a fish on them last. Not too sure how the square bill is going to work out because it is really grassy, but if I could stay above the grass, I think I have good odds. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find some deeper water for the square bill. Looks like the fish are starting to move up more shallow because it's starting to cool. Oh, yep. No way. Right away on the square bill. Right away. No way. I was not expecting that. Let's fucking go. Woo. Wow. That was a surprise. I caught that fish on the square bill in no time. Let's give him a release and then we'll do a time check. Okay, 1 hour and 12 minutes in. Caught the first square bill fish. Okay guys, the fishing is like really picking up now. I only have one more bait and I can pair them up together. So I'm gonna do that and hopefully I can finish off this challenge. I got the hook done so far. I got the creature bait done so far and the square bill. So all I have left is a spinner bait and that worm, but I'm gonna put a worm as a trailer on that spinner bait and see if I can catch one on that. So let's go, boys. Okay, so I got the spinner bait tied on and you can see that little worm is a trailer. So if I catch one more fish on this, I'm gonna finish up the challenge. If I caught a fish that fast on the square bill, I think this spinner bait should really be in play too. They're very similar style of baits. I really need to focus on slowing this thing down. And then getting as far out as I can because it seems like those bass are way out in the deep water. Okay, let's go over to this point. Okay, there's a bass sitting right on this tire right in front of me. I can see him. Okay, spooked him. That looks like it could have been a crappie. Maybe if I switch up the retrieve and pause a little, it might help me out. Okay, maybe I can bomb a cast out. Looks like there's a lot of activity way out in the middle of the lake. Some sort of fish is hitting the surface way out in the middle. Starting to get discouraged, guys. I just had a bite, guys. It's so frustrating. I'm gonna go back to close to where I started See if maybe the fish haven't moved in back in there. All right, guys, I'm walking back to my car. It is now or never time. I've got about 30 more minutes of daylight. The sun just went behind the trees, and I got 2 more baits, but they're added together, so I really only need to catch 1 more fish to finish off the challenge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up the bank I started at until I catch a fish. So wish me luck, guys. Someone's dogs are going crazy. Hope they're not strays. My ass will be up a tree if that's the case. It's only the real out when it comes to stray dogs, you know? Oh, yep. No way, come on. Let's go. Woo! Fuck yeah. That is the final bass of the challenge. Let's check the time. Just under 2 hours. Let's freaking go. Whew. I couldn't be more excited to catch a fish, boys. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna throw him back. There he goes. Whew. All right, that was a grind today. All right, guys, I made it back to my car, and that's gonna wrap up the Mystery Tackle Box Speed Run Challenge. So it took me about 2 hours to complete. I caught my first fish on the Texas rigged creature bait. That was like a big bites bait thing. And then the second fish I caught on a square bill. And then the third fish I caught on a spinner bait. And also I used that like worm thing as a trailer. I did also catch a fish on that EWG hook that I got. I used that to rig up the creature bait. But that was a grind, man. When I started, it was about 103 degrees. My camera kept shutting off because it was so hot. It was a lot of fun. I'm actually gonna keep doing these speed run challenges. I feel like it's really good to like improve your fishing skills, to be good at fishing all types of baits and all types of spots. So like the video if you like the speed run challenge. Let's see if we can improve on that. So I guess the new personal best is 2 hours. I think I can get under 2 hours. I think I can get under 1 hour if I hit the right bite window. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. And like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. And see you guys next time.